Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Milan and today we're going to be doing a very quick setting up your Flutter development suite, and then after this video I'll be following it up in the next week or so with a few tutorial videos based around the labs available on Flutter Dev website, and I'll be basically taking you through those labs step by step so that we can get the best possible experience, and you can also see how to do it like with a walkthrough, kind of like you have with video games, but we're going to do it with code. So in today's video, all we're going to be focusing on is going to be installing Flutter, setting the environment path for Flutter, and then launching your first application through the Android SDK, and making sure it runs and everything. And I'll show you a quick hot reload feature in Flutter. That's all it is. So cheers guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you like what you see and you want to get to know more about Flutter in the next couple months or so while I'm at home and everything like that, be sure to subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff. So let's get straight into it. What have we got here? Well, I've got the Flutter, well, it's Flutter, downloaded and stored here on the left hand side in Windows Explorer. I've got IntelliJ. So IntelliJ is the IDE of choice here. It's free to download, so you can download that. It's really good. I just like how versatile it is across the different operating systems and different languages. You got like WebStorm, PyCharm. They all based off the same kind of design, and functions and the buttons and everything are the same. So it's just, I've got used to it basically. But you can use whatever you want. On the right here, I've got the Android SDK emulator. It's just a Pixel 3 running Android R on it, I believe. So first thing we need to do is open up this Flutter that you've downloaded from the Flutter website. You can find the link for this in the description below, and then feel free to download that. Inside this you'll find this massive file literally just called Flutter. So what we need to do is go to the root directory of C, and what I'm going to do is drag this Flutter file here and tell it to basically copy itself there, and complete extraction. So what I'm going to do is click my fingers and this will be done. Cool, and just like that, Flutter is extracted and everything's done. Easy. Took 2 seconds, definitely. Anyways, what we got here now is the Flutter file, and that's just stored in the C drive. So we can get rid of that and get rid of the zip file just to free up some memory on our computers. Next thing we need to do is, just if you press the Windows key and type in env, you'll get this system properties screen pop up. What we want to look and draw our attention to is this environment variables at the bottom here. Once that's opened up, we're going to ignore the top half of this screen and look at system variables. From the system variables, what I want you to do is scroll down till you find path. Once you find path, press edit and you'll see something like this. So what we're going to do here is essentially press new and put the path to C/ because we put it in the root, then Flutter /bin. And what that's going to do is allow us to use Flutter in the terminal as expected. So if I press OK now, and now if I open up the command prompt and run it as an administrator, you can see it's here. If I was to type in Flutter Doctor, you can now see that Flutter should run. So I haven't got an error yet, so that's an improvement. New version of Flutter is available, but it has a summary of Flutter. So I'm missing the Android toolchains and I haven't accepted this. So that's the first thing I'm going to just copy here and just paste. Press enter on that one. Press Y. I definitely read that. I'm a speed reader. If you run Flutter Docker again, you can see that we're now missing Android Studio. Flutter plugin is not installed, and the Dart specific functionality is not installed. That's very easy. That's where we're going to click on this IntelliJ here now. So once you click on IntelliJ, I want you to click plugins. You'll be greeted with this screen like this. Should have nothing installed apart from the basics that IntelliJ comes with. Press Marketplace, and in Marketplace I would like you to type in Flutter or Dart, whichever one you want to do. I normally just do Flutter. It's the first one that comes up. You can always know because it's got the most downloads and it's done by flutter.dev. press install on it. It says Flutter plugin requires Dart, so press install. Just give it 2 seconds or so. Press restart IDE, restart. So once Android Studio has now got a tick mark on it after installing the 2 plugins here in Dart and Flutter, what we will proceed to do is press create new project, and then that's going to bring us to this screen. Just direct yourself back to the C drive and then the Flutter folder, and you'll just get that. So press next. So that project name, so I'm going to do a tutorial. I set the Android language and iOS language to Java and Objective-C since I know them. I don't really know Kotlin or Swift yet. So I just select those 2, and simple as that. You're going to press finish now, and your first Flutter project will actually be created. So I already have a folder called tutorial because I had to check what I was doing so I don't actually teach you guys the wrong thing. Cool. So once that's created, you'll see a readme here, and on the left you can open up the project tab and see a tutorial. It's got a nice Flutter icon next to it. What we want to do is expand the library, and we get a main.dart. Main.dart is essentially where all the code that executes the application will be held. So what we're going to do is make sure that the SDK Google phone, which references the Pixel phone, is there. And as simple as that, I'm going to press the start button now, and this should, fingers crossed, deploy if I haven't messed up anything in this tutorial so far. So if you give it a second or 2, it'll do a bunch of assembling and stuff like that, and will be straightway running on this emulated phone that you see above my head. Like before, I'm going to click and we'll be done. Cool, and just like that, we are done. You can see here it says Flutter supports hot reload. Apply changes to your app in place instantly. And you can see here on the right now above me, we got the Flutter demo homepage. You've pushed the button this many times, and this increments every time I press the button. A nice, satisfying click sound. That is the deployment of your first Flutter application. That's as simple as it is. You've now got Flutter installed on your computer. So what we're going to do now is show this quick hot reload. So you have touched the button, is what I'm going to change it to. You can see it says pushed right now. If I press Control S, it reloads and it's already swapped to touch. Likewise, I can change it back to a pushed because that makes more sense. Press Control S, it's already gone back to a pushed. That is what hot reloading is, and that's the thing that makes Flutter really great. When I make when I do app development, you know, seeing the changes instantly after pressing Control S, just amazing, you know. Nothing more to say to that, really. So that's all there really is for this tutorial, and that's all I'm really going to be showing on how to get Flutter set up and started on here. We're going to have some more videos covering some more content relating to the deployment, I guess, of the tutorials that are covered on Flutter Web Dev website, and then I'll show you how to do Flutter Web as well itself. So we'll do 3 tutorials, 3 projects that you can follow along on Flutter Web Dev, and I'll have a video just guiding you through those follow-alongs as well, just to make it a bit easy. So if you guys ever get stuck, you can actually just see what I did. And that's all there is really for today's video. So thank you guys for watching this video as usual. I really appreciate it, and I do read all the comments, and you know, I check every single like and everything like that. I do appreciate that I'm making an impact to you guys, and I appreciate when you guys send me messages and stuff like that. It's honestly amazing, and nothing can match that feeling. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned for this content, because I assure you the year ahead will be exciting, and I will be trying to innovate and improve based on the comments that you guys give. So as usual, guys, stay safe and happy coding.